Good morning. It's been over a year since this pandemic started, it's a really long time, and we all know it's been really hard at times. We've had different challenges to go through, but there have also been moments of joy and hope. It's shown how resilient we are, that we have the ability to get back up and try again. So I'm going to be thinking about hope today, what it means, and why Easter is a sign of hope for Christians. I love this quote. This quote is something that was quite significant around Christmas time for me. But the idea that hope is being able to see that there is light despite of being surrounded by darkness. Even in the darkest of rooms, a tiny candle will make a flame shine bright. Mrs. Bloxham actually summed hope up really well. She sent me this. I think hope is something really hard to measure and really hard to show anyone else. But it's a deep feeling in your heart that something good will happen and be okay in the end. So I asked some of my friends and some of the staff here if they could share with me what gives them hope. So over the next few slides, I'm going to give you some of their responses. I'm not going to read all of them, but hopefully you'll be able to have a good look as we go through. So Mrs. Bloxham has 3 terms of goals. So in the short term, I hope for the sun to shine so I can enjoy time outside. Medium term, I hope for my week at work to go well and to enjoy my days. And in the long term, I hope for health and happiness for the rest of my life. For others, like Mrs. Cobbledick and my friends Jenny and Helen, hope comes from the spring flowers, from seeing the new seasons start to appear. And from the birth of new lambs, my friends who have a whole flock of sheep very kindly sent me this photo of 2 of their lambs for me to enjoy, and I thought I would share it with you. For others, sport is a big source of hope. Mr. Hosey found real hope in this match. Hopefully he'll forgive me for not reading it out, as I'm not sure I can pronounce all of the players and do it justice. But there's also hope in the normality that we are looking forward to and that we're waiting for. Being able to do normal things like go for a walk and have a coffee. And the COVID vaccine that will hopefully allow us to engage with people more safely is coming. And for some of us, we've already been able to start having it. So it means that we can see people without being quite so worried. There's also hope in getting back to those things that we miss. Mr. Vanstone can't wait to get back inside Home Park and watch the mighty, his words not mine, Plymouth Argyle Football Club play again. Mr. Rowe can't wait for clean, fun waves that he can have the opportunity to ride. And Mr. Watkins is looking forward to the fact he can play football and golf next week. We also had one person whose son gives them hope. The unconditional love from their son and the fact everything will be okay. And one student back at Christmas time, when I was asking them, hoped that they would get into their first choice of college. For some people, it's really little things that give us hope, like cider, chips on Friday, and a nice hot sunny day. For me, I find hope in kitten pictures like the one up on the screen. But there's also hope in the people around us, and in you as students, you can give us hope. Mrs. Mangot said that if you are very fortunate, it is other people that give you hope in how they act, what they say, or how they treat you, and the example they give us. It is hope that gives us all strength, and strength I see in everyone I work with, adults and children, that give me hope. And for Mr. Sweeney, what gives him hope are students looking out for each other, acts of kindness within our community, being polite, saying hello to someone. Things that we can do every day that actually make a difference, give him hope. There will be other things that may bring you hope, both now and in the future. It may just be that you're hoping for a really big egg at Easter. I nearly said Christmas. But for others, there may be bigger things that we're hoping for, that we'll be able to see family and friends, that we'll be able to hug them again in the not too distant future. This hope doesn't take away from the pains and the challenges you may be facing, but it will give us something to hold on to. And for Christians like me, Easter gives us hope. We get hope that death is not the end. One of my friends, Debs, said, I've just watched a virtual funeral of one of my closest friends. But hope for me is that we will meet again and with others who have gone before. There's hope in the Bible for Christians. That's a really important book for us. There's hope in the fact that for Christians, we believe that God doesn't fail us, that God loves us no matter what, and that there's something bigger than ourselves. And there's hope in the beautiful colours in nature. I love sunsets. I think that there is something really beautiful about a sunset, and that really gives me hope. Easter reminds us that God loves all of us, whether you're a Christian or not, no matter what. And actually, for me, that gives me hope in every situation. I, as a Christian, find hope in the love of God never leaving us. I find hope in the things I see around me, in the lambs and the sheep, in the calves that are coming, in the spring chicks, and in the daffodils and the other bulbs that are cropping up. When you look at Good Friday, which is a week today, you may think that that's a day without hope, that Christians don't make much sense by celebrating it. But for us, it's the start of a weekend full of hope, because Good Friday is that reminder of the love that God has for each of us and the hope that he gave us through the cross and through what Jesus did. So hopefully you've seen how this quote applies, that hope is being able to see that there is a light despite all of the darkness, that in every situation there is something, no matter how small, that we can hold on to. So I'd like to end with this beautiful poem that was actually written by Miss Goldsworthy during lockdown. And she writes about hope. Hope is like a rainbow set against a stormy sky. Sometimes darkness closes over and the clouds come rolling by. There's a rumble in the distance, lightning bolts far and wide. Then the heavens open and it's best to stay inside. Eventually, light shines through the falling rain. The promise of sunshine is on the horizon again. Suddenly something so beautiful, full of colours so bright, to cast away the darkness and bring back the light. So I hope that you have a lovely Easter, that you're able to have a break, that you're able to eat chocolate, and that whatever that looks like, you're able to stay safe. And that I'll see all of you when we return for the summer term.